Governor Murphy and lawmakers in Trenton have reached an agreement on tax hikes. Murphy's proposed budget sets a new record. The governor typically spends more than the state takes in on taxes, and this year's no different. So now the governor is proposing $1.2 billion in new taxes and fees. To talk about the out-of-control spending plan is New Jersey State Senator Declan O'Scanlon, Senate Republican Budget Officer. Senator O'Scanlon, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure, Ken. Thank you. I'm starting a little prickly about you because you introduced Mike as your favorite handsome meteorologist, but apparently I'm not that of your senator. So, okay, well, I'm gonna let that go. But
You know
good
what?
to
All
see you
right.
this morning.
You got it. Well, listen, officially, you are my favorite, most handsome senator. There you go. So he's my
There you
favorite,
go.
most handsome
Thank you.
meteorologist. There you go. I don't know how, listen, I make no secret of my politics. I don't know how you show up at work in Trenton without a bottle of Tums. I don't know how you deal with your colleagues there. Governor Murphy's proposed $58.1 billion budget, the largest in New Jersey's history. One thing I noticed the good governor and your friends across the aisle have not mentioned one word about in crafting this. We have 500,000 illegal migrants in this wonderful sanctuary state of ours. They all get Medicaid. The state spends billions on that. If we didn't spend billions on Medicaid for people who are not here illegally, we would probably have a perfectly balanced budget with no additional taxes. Am I wrong?
Well, no, it's a little more complicated than that, but certainly it's a component. And where you see the governor and the legislative Democrat leaders today are going to push through, and over the next few days, pretty massive increases in the cost to legal residents' healthcare. There won't be any such increases in the healthcare to illegal immigrants, whether you're sympathetic to illegal immigrants or not. That's unfair and targets law abiding people, including folks with incomes sometimes lower than that which some of the illegal folks are making. So there's a definite unfairness there. But overall, this budget sets us up over the next few years to just be an excruciating pain. And it didn't have to be that way. This administration and legislative leadership, Democrat legislative leadership, could have fixed our budget problems over these past 8 years. We had the breathing room of over $22 billion in federal money. We had unnecessarily borrowed $4 billion. We could be in a position now where we're handing the next administration a truly balanced budget. That is not happening. We are out of balance by over $3 billion. Democrats will try to say it's a billion because they're spending down the surplus of about that. Right. But we're using the leftover COVID money. We're paying down our debt defeasance money to zero. If you add all of these things up, and then you have Stay in New Jersey, which you supposedly are going to have to fund. It's well over $3 billion. And again, it didn't have to be this way. We could be handing the next administration a balanced budget. We are not. And it's going to be painful. Democrats are talking about this is a tough budget year, as if next year is going to be better or the year after that. They are ensuring that that will not be the case.
One of the taxes we're talking about is the so-called mansion tax. If you have $1 million transaction, you get a 1% tax. And people hear that and they go, oh, that's for millionaires and billionaires. Hey, I used to live in North Caldwell, right next door in West Caldwell, which used to be a very pedestrian place, nice town. You could buy a house for $500,000-$600,000. No, houses there are all over $1 million now in West Caldwell. So all those people are going to be paying the mansion tax, and these are people who are upper middle class at best financially, and they forget if it's $1 million transaction, that's $10,000. What on earth? There isn't a place in the country that charges money like that outside maybe California and New York.
That's exactly right. And look, and these taxes increase costs across the board. They if $1 million house becomes a million plus 10,000, or even a 2 million. You have senior citizens who bought houses 20, 30 years ago. And with this housing market, suddenly they're pushing 2 million. Now, you might say, I don't have a lot of sympathy for these people, but it's the retirement nest egg, and it's a pretty big chunk of change to be taken out of it. So you have those taxes. You have other fee and toll increases that are just on automatic pilot that the governor doesn't like to take ownership, but they are his. It's his appointees to transit. It's his appointees to the authorities that have approved these fee, tax, and toll increases that just happen every year. It's another $500 million. Taxes in this administration have gone up by over $22 billion a year in tax, fee, and toll increases. And it carries on every single year. We have bracket creep that many other states have done away with. The federal government has done away with it. Just by virtue of your salary going up to keep up with inflation, your income tax hit goes up. Uh, and and it's really incredible that the situation that New Jersey now finds itself with a $3 billion budget hole and already taxed to the max. It's going to be a real challenge. Whoever the next governor is, it's going to be a brutal, brutal challenge on the governor, and then trickle down to the people of the state of New Jersey with massive cuts to programs and potentially massive tax increases if this next governor doesn't have real discipline.
Yeah, I chuckle as you say that. We can only pray it's Jack Ciattarelli. I keep our fingers
I'm
crossed
right there with you.
because, but I keep saying, as long as we have as many Democrats in the Assembly and the Senate, because so many New Jersey people do not show up for those Assembly and Senate elections. I mean, thankfully, the good people in your district voted you in, but so many say, we vote for president. We vote for governor. You got to vote for your state assembly, your legislators, your state assembly and Senate is essential because you get these lefties in there. Look at New York State is even worse than New Jersey. You have radicals. Look at the guy running for mayor in New York now. This guy's a socialist, a
Yep.
freaking socialist is going to run our biggest city in this country potentially. It is mind boggling. And people let it happen because it's so right. What's it? They're all the same. If I hear another person say that, I'm sorry. Your name is O'Scanlon. My name is Rosado. My Rosado is coming out on TV right now, Senator. I apologize.
Hey, look, the Fighting Irish are known for a reason as well. So I'm right there with you, Ken.
Amen.
People need to pay attention to elections. They matter. And those down ballot, the legislature unquestionably matters. So this year we'll have a chance to pick up seats in the assembly while we're voting for Jack Ciattarelli. They need to do it. They absolutely need to do it.
Absolutely. I would love to have you on again and again. Please don't be a stranger. Come back whenever and let us know the shenanigans, to borrow some of the terms of your people, the shenanigans going on in Trenton. We want to hear more from you. New Jersey State Senator Declan O'Scanlon, God bless you. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Kevin. Ken, take it easy. Talk to you soon.
You got it. Take care.